So welcome to this week's Exploring Entrepreneurship video. We are going to talk about goals. We started last week to talk about goals as one of the most important tools we have in our growth as human beings, but also in our businesses. Together with me, I have my office dog who is lying there. He is the mascot of this business and trying to do a good work in just relaxing. So, okay, but I have prepared a little, like a small video presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation for you. So let's hit right to it right away. Okay, so we are talking about goals. Then the reason why we are talking about goals is you will get better results. You can be in any business. You can be in mobile money business, or you can be a farmer, or you can be in graphic design, or you can sell shoes or whatever as an entrepreneur. But I would argue that at least one of the top 3 tools you have as an entrepreneur in growing your business and growing yourself is setting up goals. Because without these goals, you are wandering aimlessly around as a business person, and you are doing this and that, and you're not going anywhere, but because you don't know where to go. An entrepreneur without any goals is like sitting in a taxi or in a boda driver's motorcycle and say that you can drive me anywhere. The boda driver doesn't know where to drive you. He maybe says that, okay, you are already here. Fine. So without goals, you don't go anywhere. Okay, and with goals, you will get better results in your business. But first, I will show you some research why I'm saying this. Because there was a woman named Dr. Gail Matthews from Dominican University of California. And she has made a research about what effects does goals have in our work and in our life. She had 149 participants in her research. She had about 260 in the beginning, but 149 participants made it through the whole research what she had. And the research was about the following. She had them in 5 different groups. And the first group just thought about some goal that they would have reach within 1 month, 4 weeks. First group just thought about these goals. The second group thought about the goals and also write the goals down on a paper. And the third group thought about the goals, write them down on a paper, and also created a plan on how to reach the goal. And it was, in 4 weeks, 1 month period of time. The fourth group, she researched, did the same as the 3 other groups. They thought about the goal, they write it down, they created a plan, and they told a friend about what they should be doing. And what their goal was and what the plan was, how to reach the goal. So they told the friend. Okay, and there was one last group number 5. Again, they thought about the goal, they wrote the goal down on a paper, they created a plan, they told a friend, and they asked for follow-up. So every week their friend was calling them and talking to them and asking, how is it going with your goal? Are you doing the things you are saying you have told us to do? so you would be reaching your goal. So this was group number 5. So what was the results from this research? The results from this research was the following. This is, After the 4-month period of time, 4 weeks, 1 month, the different people who was in different groups, group number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, they was asked to put a number. How well did it go? If they choose number 10, it went really, really well. So they reached their goal as planned, as probably also better than that. Number 1 was that they didn't do anything. It was really a bad thing. So number 5, it was something in between. So they were asked to give the rate themselves with a number from 1 to 10. And this was the numbers. Group number 1 has in average rated themselves as 4.28. So about a 4. From 1 to 10, they rated themselves, their efforts, as being about number 4. They had a goal in their mind and rated themselves as number 4. Group number 2 wrote their goal down on a paper and rated themselves as doing about from, instead of number 4, they rated themselves as number 6. From 1 to 10, they rated their performance to be number 6. So, how do you get 44% better results every month? This is the answer, really, according to the research. If you want to get 44% better results, then write your goal on a paper. By single doing this thing, you will get 44% better results than having your goal in your mind. So the next question is, how do you get 77% better results every month? Okay, number 1, choose a goal. Number 2, write the goal down on a paper. Number 3, create a plan on how are you planning to reach the goal. Number 4, tell a friend about your goal. Number 5, ask the friend to call you every week and ask how is it going with your goal. By doing this, you will get 77% better results than if you would have your goal only in your mind. And now we aren't even talking about not having any goals at all. That, is the most common thing for us to do. That we are just like doing this, doing that. We are not really targeting and really aiming for something. We are wandering around aimlessly. So if you choose to write your goal down for the next month, tell a friend and ask for weekly follow-up, you will get 77% better goals. This according to an average, of course, and according to the research. But anyway, you will get better results. So, what kind of a goal is a good goal? And many times when I'm sitting with entrepreneurs and asking them to set up goals, many of them are talking about big goals, maybe, or they are talking about vague goals. For example, I want to get rich, or I want to get to be a successful entrepreneur. That is not a good goal. That it's not that it wouldn't be a good goal to become rich or to become, you know, a successful entrepreneur. That's a good thing in itself, but it's not an effective goal to say that you want to be a successful entrepreneur, because we don't know what that means. What means to be a successful entrepreneur? When have you reached your goal? How do you know you have become a successful entrepreneur? So what are the characteristics for being a successful entrepreneur, or in this sense, having an effective goal? We talked about this actually already last week. We talked about an acronym called S.M.A.R.T. We have to choose SMART goals. And I just want to bring up this theory again for you, because we need to rehearse, we need to learn things and hear them again and again. So here you are. What are the SMART goals? A SMART goal is first of all specific. It's measurable, it's attractive, it's realistic and time-bound. So a specific goal is a goal where you immediately know what you're talking about. A specific goal is not to become a successful entrepreneur. That is not a specific goal, because we can't really, it's not tangible. We don't know when we have reached to it. It should be specific, measurable, time-bound. So a measurable goal would be, for example, I want to get $1,000 every month in turnover in my company. That would be a specific goal to have. Or this year, I want to have 20 customers. That would be also a specific and measurable goal. Why do we need measurable goals? It's because when we come to work in the morning and we are starting our work as an entrepreneur, nobody is telling us what to do. You know, if you are employed, you have maybe a boss, you have some team, and you have got some kind of orders from your boss that this is the thing you should do. That's like the common version of being an employee. You have somebody who is telling you what you should do. But when you're an entrepreneur, there is no one telling you what you should do when you come to work. You have to find out yourself. And if you have a vague goal, for example, I want to be successful. If that's your guideline, you don't know what to do when you come to work in the mornings. So therefore, you need a specific and measurable goal. If you want to have $1,000 of revenue every month, or if you want to get 20 new customers within this week, that's much more measurable. Then you are already narrowing down your focus, so you know much better what to do when you come to your work. And last week I was also talking about two kinds of goals: result-driven goal, that is kind of a long-term goal, and then process-driven goal, that is what you are doing every day. So this measurability needs to be also in your everyday work. So what should you do every day? For example, I have one goal to every day call a customer. I have to call a customer, or at least send an email to a customer. That is my goal. Okay, so you have to be specific and you have to be measurable in your goal setting. So the third one is attractive. What does that mean? It has to be attractive for you, that it's motivating yourself. If you set up a goal and you are not motivated at all in reaching your goal, that's setting up a goal in vain. Because when you come to work in the morning, if you don't feel motivated for your goal, then you have really hard times reaching to it. You have hard times getting stuff done, and so on. So when you set up goals, think about goals that you actually really want to do. You want to reach the goal. Okay, and realistic. Many times we set up really big goals, and it's a good thing to set up big goals. But if you set up a really big goal, you have to divide the goal into smaller parts where you feel that this is something that you are able to do. If you are setting up a really big goal, that you know that, okay, my goal is to get $1 million this year in revenue, and you're immediately feeling that that is not going to happen. You don't believe in it yourself either. When you come to work in the morning and you don't have faith in what you're doing, you don't have faith in your goal, the goal loses its power to change your work. You are unconsciously skipping your goal because you know it's not going to happen anyway. So I rather do something else. So therefore, try to set up a goal that you have faith in, that you think that, okay, this is something I believe I am going to reach. Then you are going to be more committed, you're going to be more motivated compared to putting a really big goal that you don't believe in. It's good with big goals, but if you set up big goals, try to divide them into smaller parts. That you are so small part that you know that, okay, I am going to do this, I can do this. So the last characteristic in this goal setting part to set up good goals is that you set up goals with a deadline, that they are time bound. Let's say that we have a goal of $1,000 as a turnover. If you say that you want to reach that turnover in 1 month, it's a more effective goal, that instead of you just want to have $1,000 revenue in, you don't put any kind of deadline to it. It's a healthy thing that you feel a bit of pressure, and the time boundness gives you a pressure. So when you come to work, you know that, okay, I have to do it. I have to start working. So your time limit or time bound, your deadline is putting some pressure on your life. So you're working harder, you are raising motivation for your goal, and you are creating better results because of this time boundedness. All right, so when you put this goal, set the goal on paper, write it down, create a plan, and put the goal in smaller steps if it's a really big goal. Tell about your SMART goal to your friend, and then ask for weekly follow-up. Okay, I would like you to send me more questions. Your questions are really helping me also to do a better work. I want to create value for you. And if you send me your challenges in starting your business or leading your business or scaling your business, it's much easier to create this kind of content. It's much easier to do better videos and to do better teachings. So give your comment in the comment section in this below this video. I would be really, really glad if you would do that. If you want to take one more step, I know that many of you are sending me emails, and I can't give you so much of my time as I would want, because this is a free content thing, and one of my goals is to earn my first dollar from this African entrepreneurship venture. So that's my goal. So during this month, my goal is to get my first sold course. And the course name is Growth Track. It's for people who are entrepreneurs or who want to start an entrepreneur and who want to grow their entrepreneurship skills. And the specialty with this is that you get more of my time, you get more of my attention, you get to ask things because you get to be part of a Facebook group. And this is a 2-month course. 2-week course. So you will do 4 modules on internet. You will get registered to, let's see now. You will get registered through this Nordic Entree homepage and you click on this Growth Track. So you will click here, reserve your seat. It costs $20 to participate. It's a 2-week course. You will get a certificate and from Nordic School of Entrepreneurship that you can show your friends and family. And you will, it's possible to pay with mobile money. I have just recently made a contract with direct payment online, so it's possible to do a payment with mobile money, and you can do this fully with your mobile phone. So yeah, so it's called Growth Track, Grow Your Entrepreneurship Skills. So there is 4 modules in this online program. It's about creating the vision for your growth. It's about goal setting. It's about creating your own growth plan. Then it's about, the second module is about making growth happen. It's about how to get more courage and how to get more consistency in your entrepreneurship venture. Then the third one is about getting input for your growth. It can come from me or from other places, but you have to get continuously input for your growth, because we are living in a dynamic, changing world where we are continuously, we have to learn new things altogether all the time. And the 4th module is about grow together with others. You have to get a team. Even if you are a single entrepreneur, you have to get a team for yourself. So this course is for people who want to take the next step in our coaching process. You will get to be part of a Facebook community, and you will get part of to be part of Facebook live sessions. Also, you will get to ask questions and question and answer sessions, and so on. So this is for you who want to take the next step in this process. So yeah, and it costs $20, and it's a 2-week course, but of course the Facebook community remains after the course, so you will be able to communicate more efficiently with other entrepreneurs and with me and with other people from Finland also. So okay, so that's about it, and that's about today's webinar session. Thank you for being part of this entrepreneurship tribe in Nordic School of Entrepreneurship. And yeah, see you later, folks.